Although the red light green light game in Squid Game Season 2 is a little less wild than its cousin in Season 1, it appears that the game's organizers most likely manipulated the results. Many players are kept alive during red light green light thanks to Gi-hun's return to the Squid Game event. Though they don't believe him at first, he teaches the new players how to avoid Young-hee's motion sensors and gets them ready for what's to come. The first death does, however, send the game into a tailspin, even though many players survive the carnage. Player 196 proves Gi-hun correct when she is shot for moving by becoming the first person to die during the red light green light challenge in Squid Game Season 2. While many of the other new Squid Game participants are still kept alive by Gi-hun, some of them die as a result of running or screaming after seeing player 190's body. Given the circumstances surrounding player 190's death, it is reasonable to assume that this reaction to the initial red light green light fatality was planned. During the red light green light challenge in Squid Game Season 2, player 196 performs admirably at first, even flirting with Thanos, the character played by Top. She only moves and dies in 001 because of an outside force. A bee lands on her neck and she becomes terrified of the insect. The fact that there is a bee perched on player 196 is an unpleasant surprise because she is obviously terrified of them. Although it is a natural reaction, she cannot afford to have it during a game such as red light green light. The tournament appears to be held in a strictly regulated setting, thus it's unknown where the bee is from. Despite being designed to appear to be set outside, red light green light really takes place within a room, a quite large one, based on Netflix's set description. Furthermore, it is doubtful that the bee that lands on player 196 simply happened to wander in if red light green light takes place inside. It's unclear whether the bee was purposefully included in Squid Game because its appearance in Episode 3 of Season 2 seems a bit too opportune. The color red until player 196 freaks out over the bee, green light goes really nicely. The game's organizers seem to find its presence a bit too convenient. Since the VIPs are there just to see the competition, it is clear that they want it to be a carnage. They will be extremely disappointed if the first challenge doesn't result in death. Therefore, it is likely that the bee was planted by the game's organizers in an attempt to spread fear and, consequently, increase the number of fatalities. It makes sense that the organizers of the games would not object to more overtly manipulating the results of a challenge, particularly one as significant as the opening match. The conclusion of the installment's frontman/player 001 twist demonstrates that the game's organizers have no qualms about personally meddling in the competition. It is obvious that the competition is set up to influence players by pressuring them to make bad decisions that lead to early terminations. Given this, it makes sense that the game's organizers wouldn't object to more overtly manipulating a challenge's result, particularly one as significant as the opening match. They probably realized that a bee would make someone frightened and that their death would take care of the rest. The frontman probably exercises extreme caution when running the competition in Season 2 since he is aware that Gi-hun is plotting to ruin the games. This includes his participation in the competition, but it can also apply to red light green light. In Squid Game Season 2, Gi-hun successfully uses Young-hee's weaknesses against the game's organizers, demonstrating that it is feasible to get an advantage in the competition. Even in the first game, the front man cannot permit this, as demonstrated by the mid-credits scene in Squid Game Season 2. The organizers of the games might make sure that Gi-hun's attempt to save lives isn't a complete success and that the VIPs still receive the performance they want by doing something as easy as releasing a bee into the area. It would be unexpected if they didn't take certain precautions to guarantee that red light green light will proceed as planned. Since the bee's appearance in Squid Game Season 2 appears too convenient to be anything else, it might very well be one of them.